The forest pulsed with ancient magic. Sunlight dripped like liquid gold through a canopy older than time. Mist clung to the earth, swirling with unseen energy. 4 figures emerged from the gloom, their breath misting in the cool air.
A knight bearing the scars of countless battles.
An elf, lithe and silent as a shadow.
A hooded mage, eyes like burning embers.
And a halfling bard, small in stature but large in spirit, a jaunty tune on his lips.
They walked in silence, their steps muffled by the soft earth. The forest whispered around them, alive with unseen eyes. They were drawn deeper into the emerald embrace, towards a destiny unknown. The knight, Sir Calen, bore the weight of responsibility on his broad shoulders. His armour, dented and scarred, spoke of countless battles fought and won. He carried a longsword, its blade gleaming dully in the filtered light. His gaze was sharp, ever watchful for danger.
Beside him moved Lyra, the elf rogue. Her steps were soundless, her movements fluid as smoke. Twin daggers were sheathed at her hips, their hilts worn smooth with use.
She saw everything, missed nothing, her senses preternaturally sharp.
The mage, Eldric, walked with an air of quiet power. His face was hidden within the depths of his hood, but his eyes burned with an inner fire. Ancient runes shimmered on his staff, crackling with latent energy.
Bringing up the rear was Finn, the halfling bard. He hummed a cheerful tune, his lute strapped across his back.
His eyes, though, were as sharp as any hawk's, missing nothing.
They were an unlikely fellowship, bound together by fate and a shared destiny. The trees parted, revealing a sight that stole their breath away. A ruin, ancient and crumbling, lay half buried in the earth. Vines, thick as a man's arm, snaked around crumbling pillars and moss-covered stones. Glowing runes, faint but undeniable, pulsed with an eerie light. The air grew heavy, thick with the weight of forgotten magic.
The silence of the forest deepened, broken only by the rustling of leaves and the distant cry of a bird.
The adventurers exchanged uneasy glances. This place held power, that much was certain. But was it a benevolent power or something darker, more sinister? Sir Calen drew his sword, the steel ringing like a challenge. Lyra's hand rested lightly on the hilt of her dagger, her eyes scanning the shadows. Eldric muttered a word of power, his staff glowing brighter. Finn's cheerful tune died on his lips, replaced by a look of grim determination. They stepped cautiously towards the ruin, their senses on high alert.
And then they heard it, a low rumble that shook the very earth, a growl that could only belong to one creature, a dragon.
The adventurers froze, their blood turning to ice. A vast shadow fell over them, blotting out the sun. Their quest had just begun, and already it was clear they were in terrible, terrible danger.